To determine whether these ghostly traces indicate the existence of an inner ramp, the pyramid will have to be scanned. Several non-invasive techniques are available today to see through the walls. One such technique uses an infrared thermal imaging camera, which was first developed for military purposes, but which today has a range of industrial applications too.
Jean-Claude, film me. I must have a red nose, no?
No, you've got a cold nose. No, that's fine, just like that.
This type of camera can detect insulation or water tightness defects.
You turn the joystick to the left, or you move it left and right and up and down. You see, it controls the focus. The sky's cold there, the blue part is 50 degrees below, and here we have a measure of 30 below, more or less, because there's water vapor between the two of them.
Is that why the clouds are a different color?
The clouds are full of water, so they're warmer.
It's funny, because the top of the towers is in the air, so it's much colder. That's what we have to find inside the pyramids. If all goes well, we should see different shades of blue.
Differences in temperature, yeah, absolutely.
In the shades of blue?
Right, a bit like that where there's ventilation. I don't know why, but there are blue traces on those parts. Everything should be the same temperature, but there are blue areas. I'm not sure why. On the top part.
Maybe there are newer tiles.
Yeah.
We can see, in fact, that there are tiles that aren't the same as the others.
As they wait for permission to film the pyramid with a thermal imaging camera, the Dassault System team has created a model showing what the camera might detect if the pyramid is solidly and evenly filled, or if it contains the famous inner ramp.
We first of all had to decide on a sunny day in Cairo, so we chose a midday period in June. Based on that, we calculated the position of the sun to see how the sun would be shining on the pyramid. That was one of the hardest aspects of our studies, finding those parameters, because there's not much mentioned in the literature. Not a great deal of thermal analysis has been done until now of the pyramids.
So it's quite new.
So this pyramid is solid. We can clearly see that it's hotter at the top than at the base, simply because there's much less material to heat at the top, so there's a thermal point effect. This is quite normal, as there is much less matter to heat up, and so less energy is required to heat the smaller zone. Inversely, if the pyramid does have a ramp, then the ramp acts a little like a thermal conduction passage, with cool air inside. And so this provides ventilation.
The ramp acts as a thermal regulator. It's quite clear. And this is very interesting, because we can see here the north face, which is not heated by the sun, but the other faces show an inversion in the temperature, because lower down, the base is now hotter.
That's right, so if you get permission to film infrared images of the pyramid, and we see that it's colder at the top, then we can reasonably believe there's a ramp inside.
All it would take to confirm Jean-Pierre's theory would be to set up a camera about 50 meters from the pyramid and record images at various times throughout the day and night. An apparently simple operation, but it can't be done without the approval of the Egyptian Ministry of State for Antiquities, which for the moment has still not been granted.